Listen, I'm not late. You're late. Have you thought about that? Huh? Let me just boot everything up here. Hold on. Hold on. I'm so late. I'm late. I'll admit it. I know my place in the world. Chat, why are my video settings not letting me change video settings? Why am I stuck at 720p source? What? Why? Oh, Twitch. Why? Why? Well, okay, so everyone just has to have high resolution video, huh? That's how it's gotta be? Okay. I'll see what's up. Let me just, I got like 2 more things to boot up here. YouTube lets me lower quality. Interesting. Well, rip people who don't have good enough internet to stream at 720, huh? Let me, what music are we playing today? We played a lot of sessions recently with Diana Vi and Star Guardian. I feel like we need to listen to a video game OST, but not a shitty one. But also, Final Fantasy VII is copyrighted a lot. So maybe what we need is Final Fantasy VII cover. Maybe we'll do that. OST Fool. Final Fantasy VII full soundtrack, main theme, classical guitar. Let's look at this together, chat. Let's figure this out. Let's do it live. What are we listening to here? I want to listen to the original soundtrack, but I tend to get copyright striked. And it's going to copyright strike a lot, in my experience. I thought I could get away with it because the game is sold. What the fuck is this? Jesus, YouTube. Okay, maybe we can get away with this? Wait, what's this theme? Okay. We might be able to get away with this. We'll try it. Get a little harp going. Hopefully that doesn't get copyright striked, but I'll try to keep an eye on YouTube. YouTube, if this gets muted, I'm sorry. Founzy, Jasm, hello. Welcome to the stream. Chat, we need a different background. What do we need? We are listening to Final Fantasy VII. It's kind of topical, isn't it? No, we're not doing it. What if we listen? Can I search for like Final Fantasy VII? Maybe we'll look for like a new Final Fantasy VII background. That's naked. That's also naked. Chat, what is these wallpapers? Okay, hold on. Can I get something not lewd, please? Jesus, back in my day. I like that wallpaper. Oh, I know. Wait, is there Final Fantasy VII like original? Like I want to look for like a like the you know what I mean, like the original pixel art, you know? Boy, some of these wallpapers sure are suggestive. Jesus. Ooh. What's this? Gimme. Oh! I don't like it, but we're gonna use it. It's cute. It's hold on, let me show you the full desktop here. That's not the full desktop. This is my full desktop. This is the whole thing, and it's kind of mid. I don't know. I liked the idea of it when I saw it on the right over here. Like over here. But, I don't know. It's kind of mid, isn't it? I don't like it. Unsubscribe. Well, don't I have one for, like just this? Okay, Midgar Section 8. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, oh, my eyes. So much better. Wow. Okay. Let's get back into coding. Chat, enough distracting. Now, I did fuck around yesterday, and I found out. So my thought process was, I want to implement the new C++20 libraries, okay? So if you don't know, CPP reference is like one of my favorite websites to go to now. So this website, which I'm gonna zoom in here for you. So this website basically lists every feature of every version of C++ ever, what they're used for, and examples. It's a very, very cool website. So for instance, if you want to see the original C like math library or something, so you'd go down to C reference, you would go to algorithms library or something, and you would see, you know, different things. Numerics library, complex, what doubles are. C++ is the reference everyone uses, Gary? Exactly. So now, I wanted to see, hey, I want to see what C++20 is all about, because apparently my compiler allows it. I'm like, ooh, I want to do some of this shit. I want to do like IOTAs and coroutines and shit and see what the new like version stuff is. You can see me look through some of these. I wanted to like try it, and I was like, ooh, I use a GCC compiler. I could, oh, look at all the innate features that are enabled. And then I was like, ooh, 2023, well, this is enabled too. Turns out, just having GCC able to do it does not mean MingW GCC is able to do it. So when we run code blocks, and you can see me kind of try it, I have issues. I actually downloaded the updated compiler here, MingW64. This is the 64-bit. I actually set up my whole compiler and everything to this version. I was about to say, Jasm, apparently, because I did this research at work, I saw the -std whatever. I didn't know where to put that, so we're gonna try that now. So classes lesson. So we're gonna boot up the SDL lesson we did yesterday. Chat, where are you? Why are you in the center? How do you guys always get down there? Here, we'll put you up here. Boom. There you go. Okay, so this is our program. If you've never seen this before, it can do this. Press an arrow key. Chat, I'm not gonna say my future video game will kick ass, but I am saying, come on. How is that not a great video game? Anyway, we have input now. We have input, we have graphic switching, and now it's all kind of coming together, because with just this information alone, I could make a roguelike with graphics. Or, well, maybe a little bit more. We could have a roguelike with mouse input now. Like, we're gonna learn mouse input either today or tomorrow, and we're gonna see what's up. Whenever you run your code, ColdBlocks runs the command for you. What do you mean? Because it actually doesn't work. I've tried running C++20 code on this new compiler, which is, by the way, when we press build and run, this is on the new compiler. This is new, so it works. But I can't get C++20 information to work on it. I don't know where to put it. Because if we go down to settings, compiler, yeah, it only goes up to C++17 standard. I don't know how to like make it 20. You would think that would be allowed now, but maybe they only want to enable it when they have all the features enabled. So are you saying this needs to be like compiler options here is where I need to put the just show the full IED? Okay. So here's the full IED on my ultra wide. So under compiler settings, other compiler options, you're saying you need to set the standard to C++23 with -std equals C2x. This, as long as I have this, chat, as long as I have this, it will be able to run code from that. Okay, well, I have a test example. Let's try it. This is new compiler. Okay, so this is a C++20 trial code. We run it. C++20 is not supported by this compiler. That's the result we get. So it doesn't work. And it's just, what is it comparing? Auto result 10 less than greater than 5. It's a spaceship operator introduced in C++20, and it doesn't run it, so it is not supported. So that doesn't work, right? So I'm thinking that we just need a different compiler. I think it might be time to move on from MingW shit and just actually do something else, but we'll see. I don't know. Plugins, tools, settings, compiler. Other compiler options doesn't work. Which tells me that doesn't go there. Hashtag defines other resource compiler options. Yeah, it doesn't work. Interesting. Linker settings. Yes, or use CMake. CMake looks complicated. We'll pass on it for now. We'll just boop, close out of that. Boop, close out of that. Come back to programming. Classes lesson. Classes lesson. And now we will program. Trying to get rid of that white line up there. Although it might be easier if I just do this. Just so it has to render less, you know? Like that. There we go. That's not bad, right? Oh, you know what? I can do even better. There we go. How's that, Chad? I think that looks pretty dang cute right there. There we go. I mean, it's never gonna go that horizontal, but still. By the way, the load media equals false is not necessary since load media will always return true. Where? Load media, false. Load media function, bool success equals true, return success. Oh, you're right. Oh, know what? That's why, hold on. Was it here? It must be here. If G key press surfaces array key press surface default equals, no, I'm sorry, not that. If load surface parentheses equals null? Or is it something? Basically, we're missing error returning here. And I remember yesterday we actually talked about that, where it's like you can actually have 5 individual like debuggers with error codes returning false, and that's how you would get false on load media. So that's why that's there. Also, chat, can we clean this up? Is there a way to clean this up? There must be, right? Can we do something like, is this bad coding if we just have this on the same line? Like, do we even need brackets here? I don't think we do, right? Yeah, it still works. I wonder if we should do that. Maybe that makes things clearer. Is that bad habit? Should we always encapsulate? That is not a style most people would like. Why? I feel like this is, I don't know. It just looks so much better. Like, look at all this blank space. I feel so dumb. Like here we can make it simpler. Else if, we'll keep the switch there. But I don't know, it just feels so much, I don't know, cleaner. Allow me. But yeah, I think, I just think it looks so much cleaner when you have if statements on the same thing, you know? I can't be the only one who thinks that. It's like so combined. Now chat, can we combine this shit? Look at all these, look how sad this is. Can I like combine this down, you think? There must be an easy way. I'm not gonna do that. It just feels so, this must not be standard, right? To have this many brackets chaining, right? Yara Serious, hello. Hi. There, check your general. Include boot initial. What about, oh shit. Okay. So you're saying on the if statements, ew, I am not doing this. Okay, chat, no, I'm not gonna have entry braces as their own line. We have look at all the brackets. This is ugly to me. Like, I'm not saying your coding is ugly in general. You're a better programmer than me, but just, I couldn't stand that. Like this, why? Like, would you rather have this or would you rather have this? Like, I feel like even my code is like cleaner than that. It's prettier? What, his or mine? I think this is prettier. Like if an individual line just has a bracket on it, that feels like an empty waste of space, even though I understand why it's there. Especially because the IDE lets me like pick on that to see which pair it goes with. But like, I don't know, there must be a better way to do that. His brackets look sexier. You look sexier. Hello. I don't know. I like this. I like having if comments, or if like the if line right after. Like maybe I could make the argument that it could be encapsulated, but that feels extra, you know? Like why make a language more popular, more lines than it needs to be? I don't like all these lines though. There must be a better way to do this. Can I just like, chat, would anyone hate me if I did like this? What is it? 1, 2, 3. Is that possible? Right? Do that. And then have 2 here. Would anybody hate me if I did this? Does that work? Based! Based! Okay. Yes, everyone would hate me. Zagams, hello, I haven't seen you here before. Hi. I'm joking, just do it the way you like. I think I like this way, because the IDE already identifies which brace like goes with the other, right? And I'm not gonna be programming in a company in my life. This is just gonna be for me. So I think I like this a lot. It looks so much cleaner. Like compare that to like this. Like this is the same code. It just looks so different. Like I like this way so much more than this, you know? Oh, new example. This is better. This is okay. I don't know, chat. I think I don't like the brackets being in the way. I feel like brackets are just so confusing. Like if it's like this is so much clearer to me, you know? Like, yeah, down here I could be argued that this is just confusing, but the IDE already identifies which brick it's going into, you know? If no one else ever has to touch your code, then you should do it the way you'll understand it the best later. I think this is the best way later, right? I think so. Because obviously we're gonna start the next tutorial today, which is soft image loading, whatever that means. But then we'll worry about that. Also, does this really not equal 0? Is there a better way to phrase this? I feel like now that we actually have our first successful program, there's so many ways I want to improve this. Like we have so many global pointers here pointing to null. Like there needs to be a better way to frame this, right? Can I make a class of SDL surfaces? This might be a stupid question. Can I have a class that always creates an SDL surface pointer? Is that a thing? Can I be like class surface create pointer? Surface pointer. There we go. That'll be what we do. Class surface pointer. Public SDL surface. Yeah, can I do that? And then just use that whenever I want to create a bunch of null pointers? Because like this is just so ugly. You tell me. Oh God. Just don't change the convention you follow. I think it's more different strokes for different folks case. Hey, Undertale has a switch function with 1,000 options, okay? So there's nothing I can do that's bad, all right? Did you guys know that Undertale, in order to program all the dialogue in the game, is just one giant switch function? Or switch, whatever, just switch. I thought that was funny. What else? There's other video games out there that are goofy. Yandere Simulator is a million if checks. And they have a toothbrush that has like way too many polygons. Just check on the general. You can tell me what style you prefer for the braces. Oh, so much code. Braces placement in classes and structures, end of line. In namespaces, in functions, in lambdas. I've seen lambdas a lot. I have no idea what it is. Also, I don't know what you're highlighting there, but cute. I don't want to learn bad habits, so we'll hold off there. That's why I wanted to get C++ 20 enabled, because I want to do stuff like iota or, what's the other one that I wanted to use? It wasn't iota, but it was like, there's like new ways of making for functions where instead of using for, it's like empty bracket, parentheses, yada, yada, parallel line, yada, yada. And then it's like next line, it's like, then right there, it's like parallel line, yada, yada. And you're like overloading, you're overloading a loop. It was so weird. I would just wanted to try it, but I can't get C++ 20 to work in code blocks. But I do follow Jasm's brackets. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Anyway, this was arrow key banana game. Okay, boom, beautiful. But we have lessons to learn, chat. We need to make it better. Today, we're not just going to make it better. Give me Lazy Foo. Where is he? Where's that dude? Right, a little further. Put this up so you guys don't get blinded by the light. Make it thinner. Well-programmed website. Thank you. Okay. So now we're going to be handling, we just did event-driven programming, key presses. Now we're going to be learning optimized surface loading and soft stretching. I don't know what any of this is. Stretching to window. Up until now, we've been blitting our images raw. Since we're only showing one image, it didn't matter. When you're making a game, blitting images raw causes needless slowdown. We'll be converting them into an optimized format to speed them up. SDL2 also has a new feature for SDL surfaces called soft stretching, which allows you to blit an image scaled to a different size. In this tutorial, we'll take an image half the size of the screen and stretch it to full size. Okay, so for those of you who weren't there, flashbang, for those of you who weren't there for the yesterday's lesson in what blitting is, basically, when you make a window in SDL, how it works is you create the border. By creating the border, there's a lot there, but basically you make the window like shell. Then you make the surface, which it goes in between the borders. Now, you may think, oh, just autofill in this. Not that easy. Well, kind of, but like there's a delineation between the surface of the window and the window, right? Then once you have your surface made, how are you going to print anything on there? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a giant stamp, and this stamp is called blitting. The blit stamp. So basically, we're taking an image, so we'll say a picture of a banana. So we take a picture of our little banana, right? Then what we do is we take the blit, we stamp the image, and then we stamp it onto the surface. That's what we did there. And every time we pressed an arrow key as the user, we then stamp the different banana with the blit stamp, and we blit it onto the screen. That's how I understand how image production works in SDL, or how it pulls images and everything. That's why when we run this, you know, we blit the banana, then we blit the up banana, left, down, right, and it just goes through all the images, right? So now what we're gonna learn is how to optimize it a little so we don't have raw images going up. Geargate, hello! Add minus wall, minus wearer, minus wextra, minus wuvula to your compiler options. Oh god, that sounds complicated. All right, next. How you doing, Geargate? Is it cold where you live? Because it's like 15 degrees where I live. SDL surface, pointer, load surface, string path. Now we have something super similar. That is under our bool media. No, I lied. It's under our... Okay, hold on. Let me minimize this a little so you can see them easily. So under our SDL surface pointer function, which was previously... what did this do before? SDL surface, load surface. We did this after the initialization, after we loaded the initial media. Load surface is what we're loading there. So basically what this is it establishes null pointer return loaded surface. Wait, what did this do? SDL surface pointer loaded surface is equal to loading BMP this. If loaded surface is equal to null, there was an error loading the surface. So interesting. What did we call this? Oh, I see what it is. Okay, I'm dumb. This is the function that whenever we call it, we can actually call surfaces of images that are in that folder. Okay, I get it. I understand. This is just, we can load images calling that keyword. Okay, gotcha. So we're gonna change it. This is now going to be SDL surface star is equal to optimized surface is equal to null pointer. Okay, that is different. Well, say goodbye to the program because we're never going to see it again. Okay, SDL surface par is equal to load surface optimized surface. Okay. So we're going to change the keyword optimized SDL surface. Interesting. That was already a keyword. Okay. Equals null pointer. So we're making a new pointer. It's going to be null on creation. Then load image at the specified path. SDL surface pointer. Same thing. Optimized surface. Is that an if statement? No, it's different. Oh, this is different. Okay, we're learning. We're learning. So, we're establishing... What are we learning here? Load image at the specified path. That surface pointer, loaded surface, which is not optimized surface, is equal to... Oh, hold on. We're going to Control Z. 1 second. Okay, so this stays. We're adding this line on top. So we're creating a new pointer before we actually load this. Okay, interesting. Is everything else the same? If loaded surface is equal to null pointer, print unable to load image, get error. So everything else is the same, except we're gonna do more here with an else statement. So let's clean up some of our syntax here. Get rid of the braces. Put this up there. Oh, look how much cleaner that is, chat. Else, do this thing. Okay, so that's the same, right? Back in our image loading function, we're going to make some modifications so the surface is converted on load. At the top of the function, we pretty much load images like we did in the previous tutorials, but we also declare a pointer to the final optimized image. Okay, gotcha. So all we're doing, I think, what we're going to be doing in a second is it's the same function as before, where we're grabbing a picture and if there's an issue, printed error, but we're going to take that image before we send it back to the main program in this function. We're going to take that image and we're going to optimize it. Okay, I gotcha. Why are they using null instead of null pointer in the documentation? Can you brighten my world? Yeah, SDL, this is technically a tutorial for C++ SDL2, but he uses C because it's a little bit older of a tutorial. I just swap it with null pointer. I actually wish he did this in C++ 20, but I mean, you know, beggars can't be choosers here. I'm trying to get into the habit of using C++ 20 because, you know, if I'm new, I might as well learn the latest and greatest. If anyone knows how to get a compiler to work with C++ 20 in code blocks, that would be appreciated, because I can't get it. I spent like 2 hours yesterday trying to get that shit to work. Okay. Else. Convert surface to screen format. So what we're going to be doing is using that pointer equals to SDL convert surface. So we're calling a function with parameters, the loaded surface, which is what we're calling with the bitmap. screen surface pointed to format and 0. I don't know what the 0 is parametering, but it's what okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you're just grabbing the image that you're loading. You're taking this global screen surface is just the global thing we created at the beginning of the program up here. It's just something we've used throughout the program to just clarify the screen surface we create in this specific program. How do you guys not see that? I am so sorry. So we grab the global screen surface, then we point to with an arrow that I still don't quite understand how it works. Oh, before I forget. Okay, C++ nerds, I have a legitimate question. Function naming. Apparently, can they just load as is? Okay, it does. Can I, instead of doing this, is it better to do something like this, where main is equal to this is pointed to int? Does that work? Oh God. Oh Jesus, what did I do? Oh, I opened the main header. Interesting, why doesn't? Oh, this is the library for SDL main. Oh, that's so weird. Oh my God, is this the whole library? No, it's not, this is way too short. Main function SDL C style main. Oh, jeer. Anyway, that doesn't work, does it? Even if it worked, that would look horrible. That's literally not valid code. Isn't it? There's a way to do this. Hold on. Is it this? Expected constructor, deconstructor, or type conversion before equals sign. So, is it just an arrow? No, it is equals sign. Chat, the reason why I bring this up is because apparently this is good syntax with C++, like modernly, right? And the reason why is because apparently it's good to have the name of your function like first. It's like easier to find it, and then having the type it returns second. And the way you do that is with an arrow, but I don't know the exact syntax, and I kind of want to do it. It must be int, because this is whatever. I'm trying to think about how to do this. Is it point? I thought it was just point to int. I'm afraid you read up on a different language. There are languages. Well, I was looking up a lot of information about C++ 23 and 26, and apparently that's kind of becoming the new expectation. I don't know. I mean, I won't do it. I'm talking out my ass a little bit here, but I feel like that's an all right thing. I wouldn't hate that. Okay, so reduce that here. So we are calling, let me just go by memory here. We are converting, which means we're going optimized surface is equal, this is equal to converted, or SDL, converted surface, converted audio, that's cute. And then we're calling the loaded surface, we're calling global screen surface because we need to give it the parameter of where it's going. And then we're also calling 0. Did I do this all correctly? Fuck, I didn't. I missed one. Hold on. Else optimize surface, got that, is equal to SDL convert surface, got that. Loaded surface, got that. Pointed to format. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. I don't quite know what format means, but I guess we'll find out. You forgot a semicolon? Did I? Oh, whoops. Cannot convert SDL pixel format to SDL surface. Let's find out. Oh, that semicolon. Thank you. Okay, expected error. If optimized surface is equal to null, print an error. Else, SDL free surface Gets rid of our old loaded surface. Okay. SDL free surface. Loaded surface. Okay. So after we use it, we free it. I'm assuming this is a issue here. Oh man, this bracketing. Loaded surface. Semicolon. Okay. How's that? Return optimized surface. And we're we're returning the optimized surface because that's what we're calling, basically. Optimized. All right, so now it should work. But it doesn't. Cannot convert SDL pixel format. So now we're gonna fuck around. C++ 11/14 is a good place to start. I started learning with C++ 11 and will follow through with 14/17. Am I doing it wrong? Should I go straight, guys? Well, Jasm thinks newer standards are good to know, but make sure you become proficient with those elder concepts before looking at the new stuff. Oh, so you're saying I'm not good enough yet. Okay, chat, I got you. I smell what you're cooking. If the image loaded successfully in the previous lines of code, we optimize the surface we loaded. Oh, did I fuck up somewhere? Cannot convert SDL pixel format to XDL surface. That is the error. What's wrong here? Optimized surface is equal to... Whoops. Is equal to... Wait, this is a copyrighted song. Oh, God! Sorry. I could play that song on piano, that exact one, actually. What did I miss here? Optimized surface is equal to SDL convert surface, loaded surface. Oh! I did the wrong arrow. My bad. This goes here. We're not having loaded surface point to format. We're having the global pointer point to format. So now this will work. There we go. And now we have an optimized banana game. Oh my goodness. Look at that optimization, chat. It's beautiful. Okay. Why do I keep moving this window? If the image loaded successfully, then it worked. We optimized it. See, when you load a bitmap, it's typically loaded in a 24-bit format since most bitmaps are 24-bit. 24 is tiny, isn't it? Or am I thinking of bytes? Because 1 byte is 4 bits, right? And that represents like a character, like A or B. Then you have bigger and bigger things, and a bit is not a byte. Look, Gary, respectively, you still got a lot to learn. Listen, man, once we make click the banana on our 2D arrays, I'm gonna be a special little boy, and we're gonna be basically... I think we might... Ooh. I don't know if I'm ready for breakout. I feel like after I make click the banana, I feel like our world is gonna be open, because that's gonna be like our ultimate SDL test, right? We make click the banana, which has mouse input. We have particles. We'll have particles. Maybe we'll have click the banana run on like 24 cores or something just to try out multi-threading. And once we have all the how to work with Windows to make a program, then we can fuck around with actually like working with C++ to make shit, you know? Whereas this, all this is just, it's the shell of a program, you know? We're working with Windows to load images, yada yada, right? But once we have that done, it's all just programming from there. Like, we can make a roguelike now, except instead of letters representing shit, we can use like downloaded images from like free game dev pixel art sites or something. Like, we can actually make a video game. You guys haven't seen Gary once he thinks he knows enough? Oh baby, they don't know my power. Go C++ 20, it's much easier. What's up? That's what I heard, and I tried I can't get C++ 20 to work in code blocks. If we did, I would do it immediately. I'm as excited as you are. Hell yeah! Oh baby, I can't wait to make video game! Listen, when I make click the banana, you motherfuckers are going on Discord and you're trying it out in your game. Because the way SDL works, and the reason why I want you to, is because the way SDL works is it's cross-platform and it's really easy to make it cross-platform. I can also learn to put it on mobile too with touch control. So you bet your ass one of you is gonna download this shit to your iPhone or Android. I actually don't know how difficult that'll be, chat. But one of you will. And we're gonna see if it works. And if it works, oh shit. I guess it'd be easiest if I did it, but whatever. Use other IDE. People would be able to help you configure. Oh, what's another IED? Chat, is it time? Is it time to switch IEDs? I'm adjusting my microphone and I'm trying to buy time here. Hold on. That's what that clinging is. It is time to switch. Oh, buddy, distributing your code is another journey by itself. Ah! Man, my music's kind of loud. Damn, didn't even notice. Versus code, VS code? What? When you load a bitmap, it's typically loaded in a 24-bit format, and you guys were saying the 8 bits is color, where, oh, a 24, okay, it's RGB. Okay, that's why it's 24-bit, because every color is 8 bits. Thank you. Most, if not all, modern displays are not 24-bit by default. If we blit an image that's 24-bit onto a 32-bit image, SDL will convert it every single time the image is blitted, which means it's unoptimized, basically. So what we're gonna do when an image is loaded is convert it to the same format as the screen, so no conversion needs to be done on blit. This can be done easily with SDL convert surface. All we have to do is pass in the surface we want to. Oh, that's cool. So if you're, whether or not you're on like a Windows 7 phone, Windows 7, sorry, an Apple iPhone 7, Microsoft Windows whatever with a modern monitor, or a fucking old ass LCD if it's able to even run, the convert surface will always make it as optimized as it can with C++. That's cool. If you want after the stream, I'll summarize all of your options since I've written a lot about it. Let's hold off, Jasm. I think what we're gonna do is finish this SDL tutorial completely, because this is fun. I like this a lot. We're learning a lot about like the shell and implementing images. And once I know how to implement like, you know, surfaces and images and everything, making video games is going to be so much more fun, because I am so tired of looking at that goddamn terminal, chat. I swear to God, if I have to see one more print out what the fuck is going on, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, I need graphics. Okay, and we're gonna download free pixel art of like RPG maps, and we're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm not making an RPG right away, but like something on the screen that's very pretty. It's gonna be great. Visual Studio Code is what I use. Yeah, probably when we're done with SDL, like library shit, we'll move to another IED. You could have just used a GUI library like Boost or something. Graphics user interface. You're talking like OpenGL or Vulkan or something. Is that what a graphics library is? I don't want to do that. All of the games, any game I would ever be interested in making is going to be 2D. You know, I don't need like Unreal or Unity or anything else to like give me 3D options, right? Obviously, if I went in making a 3D game, I don't want to reinvent the wheel that much, so I would use a graphics engine. But as it is, SDL, I'm good. I can do everything I want with SDL and C++, and that's it, right? I can do everything else, right? If I'm gonna print like I'm thinking of like a character pulls out a inventory item that's a map, and he opens the map right now, with the animation, but just the idea of it. He opens the map and you see a screen of like the map, right? I can do that. Let's click that banana already. Listen, buddy, we're not got to mouse control yet. All right, we'll get there. Honestly, click the banana is probably going to be a tomorrow thing, because we're still learning how to be optimizing our image loading, which is a big part of SDL. So once we're done with that and we get into like mouse control, we're good. I guess I could do click the banana with like keyboard controls, but I want to do mouse controls, chat. I'm tired of, I want to click buttons in my video games, chat, not press goddamn WASD all the time, all right? Where's banan? Okay. It's important to note that SDL Convert Surface returns a copy of the original in a new format. The original loaded image is still in memory after this call. This means we have to free the original loaded surface, or we'll have 2 copies of the same image in memory, which is a long way of saying there's a memory leak if we don't release the original image. So how I understand this, chat, let me draw it out because that's how I learn. Okay, flashbang. So how it works is we have our We talked about it earlier. We have our window that we created through SDL. We have our surface that goes onto that window, defined by the borders of that window, right? That's that whole initialization function, right? Then we have our little Mr. Blitz stamp, right? This is the Blitz stamp. And then this is our image of a banana. Ooh, what a nice little banana. So we have our little banana image, okay? This, that doesn't go there. This Blitz stamp would normally take this banana, stamp it, and then stamp this onto the surface, right? And it would do this every time we called the load image function, right? Which is basically every time we press an arrow on the keyboard, because that's the program we made, right? It would load like a different image. But this is not optimized, right? Because what happens if this is a 24-bit image and this is a 32-bit capable screen? Well, what's going to happen is we're going to convert the 24 to a 32 every time we blit the image. Now, that sounds simple when it's like once in a blue moon. You could probably get away with it, maybe. The problem is what happens if this banana is like a Tetris block or like a breakout block where you need like 20 of them on the screen, constantly refreshing and shit, like 60 times a second or something, right? That is going to be a huge unnecessary tax on your system, and that is very unoptimized, right? Ugly. So what we're going to do, what we just learned, is that when we copy this, what we're actually doing is we're taking this image, we're then making an identical image that's converted into 32 from 24-bit or whatever screen it demands. It's variable, right? It's very cross-platformy, right? So it's good for the monitor. The blit then copies this and pastes it onto the screen, which saves you resources because this is a 32-bit screen. Chat, did I understand that all correctly? I said that with confidence, but that's how I understand what this is, okay? Yeah, you wouldn't want to burn my GPU with your game. Well, it's simple. Chat, we have to start simple, because if we don't learn this shit now correctly, what's going to happen is we're going to make a fucking video game and it's going to be City Skylines 2, and nobody wants that disaster. Chat, is anyone else depressed that City Skylines 2 is the 10th most sold game on Steam this year? Shame. Shame. I loved City Skylines 1. I love that game. I loved Paradox. They were my favorite studio. And then they burned me. Just buy a 4090, Omega lol. I'm surprised Geargate didn't suggest you go the HTML, CSS, GSS, TS route for making a game for a browser, since he's a TS guy. Geargate knows his shit. If you think I asked him before I went off the deep end with this programming shit, welcome to this community, okay? I do not do that. I just have ideas and I do it and I learn along the way. Hence why we're making a video game, by programming it. Instead of doing what Undertale did and just have like a switch function with 1,000 options, you know? You guys are going to watch me make this game. So you're going to call me out on that shit. Chat, instead of doing that, when it comes to dialogue, do I just do like a text document? I make fun of Undertale, but I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to actually program that shit correctly. Or do you do like a text document that has like all the text and then you pull it from that document every time you need dialogue? It must be better than like hard coding it, right? CS2 didn't implement occlusion. Didn't they have that as an option? I know they implemented ray tracing. They auto-enabled it. JSON? Chat, I'm gonna be honest. I think before we actually make a real video game that isn't click the banana, I think we have to learn JSON. Dyro, thank you. Because I have had no less than maybe, I don't know, 3 billion people tell me, learn JSON, learn JSON. It's really important you learn JSON. And I feel like I have to before I actually do anything with a video game, right? JSON is easy, don't worry. That might be sarcasm. Like CS2, to my knowledge, render stuff that is behind opaque objects. Yeah, so famously, City Skylines 2 rendered. Okay, so this is the running theory, right? I love this company and I hate them at the same time. The running theory is that we know that the developers of City Skylines wanted to make a new Sims game, right? That to like as a competitor to The Sims, right? So the running theory is that they had their Sims models and they implemented them into City Skylines 2. And apparently didn't change the teeth because they're really, really high polygon, but they are not cold if you don't see them. They're just there forever. So if you have a city with like, say, 200,000 sims and like maybe, I don't know, maybe 8,000 on the screen at any given time, that's 8,000 teeth or sets of teeth that you're rendering, and it just kills your computer. That's the running theory. That's why the teeth are so high polygon. Learning JSON is basically how you... Is it pronounced Jason, or are you guys just laughing at me? Is it Jason or something? JavaScript on... I can't think of a word that starts with N. Never? Never use? I don't know. I'm so glad they disabled autosave to help with performance. Yeah, I know, right? Ah, they didn't have autosave on release. Chat. Oh, you're triggering me. Why did City Skylines 2 not have autosave on release? Ah. Damn, you guys don't hold back when it comes to JSON. Yeah. I think they ruled out the teeth theory being a big problem. I don't. Is JavaScript object notation? I don't know. Dude, I'm a C++ programmer, son. I don't know jack shit about JavaScript. I'm above that. I'm above board, baby. All right, stop distracting me. It's important to note, convert surface returns the copy of the original, and we have to release it. Otherwise, we have a memory leak. I think that's what that's saying. After the image is loaded and converted, we return the final optimized image. All right, we still have to switch things. All right. Apply the image stretched. Now, where am I loading this? I don't know. So, stretch rectangle, SDL rectangle. So, okay, that's an enumerator or something. Stretch rectangle, which is an object we're creating. Stretch rectangle dot X. So it's a class. Stretch rect X, Y-axis. Width, screen width, and screen height. Okay. Oh, we're setting the image to the screen width and screen height that we've established as a global variable up here. Okay, gotcha. SDL blitz scaled. Okay, interesting. SDL has a new dedicated function to blit images into a different size. SDL blitz scaled. There's an image link. SDL wiki. Oh, this is where I can find all that shit? Oh, I'm gonna look through this website. Wait, what else can it do? Hold on, I didn't know there was a wiki. It supports Mac, Linux, iOS, Android. SDL is written in C, works natively with C++. There are bindings available for other languages, including C# and Python. Chat, would you ever use SDL with Python? There's no shot, right? Like Python is like, it can do all that shit itself. Why would you want like a low level, like optimizing image? Like, wouldn't you just use Python? It's a struct, no? Oh, is it? Sorry, I'm learning the difference between class and struct. Classes are just structs, but with default public. And structs are classes, but with default private, right? Okay, I don't know when you would use one or the other if you don't know. I just call them a class because all I heard was C++ is just C with classes, which is not. It's not that at all. It's very different. I gave you links to the site multiple times. Ah! Python. It's a struct written in C. It's just a set of values. Oh, sweet. No methods, no access modifiers, everything public. Oh, sweet. SDL 2.0 is distributed under this license. This license allows you to use SDL freely with any software. None of that when you make a million. Chat, if I make the next Undertale, okay, listen. No longer will we be binded by Unreals. You make $1 million, then pay us, okay? No longer will we be bound to Unities. If you're a freemium game, you get fucked up the ass by our fees. Nah. We're using SDL and C++, not even Game Maker, all right? We're gonna make that moolah, all right? One day, I have a dream. Speaking of I Am a Dream, it's Martin Luther King Day Monday. Ah! Wait. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's not MLK Day. It's, Chat, what holiday is Sunday? I have the day off. Hold on. Monday, sorry. January 15th? Is that, wait, what's the next holiday? Federal holiday 2024. Wait, why do I have Monday off? Oh, it is MLK Jr. Day. Thank you. Okay, sorry, my bad. I'm racist. I'm sorry. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That's why I have the day off. All right, sweet. Monday is MLK Day. Bless. We used the class analogy because you already knew what a class was. Cool. Why don't we code our own game engine? No interest in it. Chat, I have a question. Can I just ask a question about like engines and programming in general, not C++ specific? Okay, we are gonna be using C++ and SDL to make a video game. We're going over a few a few video games, the first of which is Click the Banana. When we talk about game engines, nothing I've described so far is a game engine. I understand that, right? However, my question is, at what point does something start as a game engine or end as a game engine and just become hard code what the game is? I'm a little confused by that. When I hear game engine, I think of like game maker or like a user interface, like helping you design the game. Like you're a designer, not a programmer, right? You don't need to know programming if you use a game engine like Game Maker, right? Hence why Undertale has a switch case with 1,000 cases, right? What I don't understand is if I make Breakout with SDL and C++, am I at the same time making a game engine? Because people always make fun of like people who are new and like, I'm gonna make my own game engine, and they like make fun of that. Madamenti, are you a centipede or a billipede VTuber? Because that would just be perfect. Thank you for the 17 viewer raid. I appreciate that. I have questions about game engines if anyone of your viewers wants to answer that, okay? What is a game engine? Like when you make fun of like new people to programming who are like, I'm gonna make my own game engine. Like, what does that mean? If I make my own video game, is that what that means? It's like making fun of people who do that? You can think of a game engine. Thank you for the raid, by the way. I'm a human streamer. Why did you raid the VTuber then? Hey, all right? Keep our kind apart, all right? Do I look like a human to you? No, I'm a cute ass goober. Right? Look at the thing on my head. Look, it's my thing. You're using a framework? Yeah, I understand what SDL is. You can think of a game engine as a massive tool, giving you massive libraries, a ton of tooling and stuff that makes stuff quicker, easier to make a game. A game engine is a software framework primarily designed for the development of video games and generally includes relevant libraries and support program. Well, hold on, that doesn't make sense, am I adorable? Because SDL is explicitly for video games, right? It's a framework for video games, but it's not a game engine. Nobody would call SDL a game engine, you know? Right? It's a framework. What even is this? I'm Gary the Goo Boy, and I'm a VTuber. I don't know if you guys actually watch any VTubers besides Hololive or VShojo, but hi! Hello! Because you make a C++ game engine, and me too, good luck with it. Oh! An engine is just a collection of functions that help with whatever you want to make. Your collection of 4 functions can be called an engine, but you wouldn't because it'd be a very bad one. Okay, based. Game engines don't really have an agreed upon definition. Let's just code our banana engine for now. Yeah, Click the Banana. Okay, fine. We'll make Click the Banana. All right, let me just learn let's get to like particle engine shit, okay? Let me learn particle engines. Maybe multi-threading, because that would be a great meme if Click the Banana had like, that's my first video game, all the new people here, by the way. We're making Click the Banana. I think that's a great first video game to make. Anyway, SDL has a new dedicated function to blit images of different sizes, blit scaled. Like blitting images before, blit scaled takes in a source surface to blit onto the destination surface. It also takes a destination SDL rectangle, which defines the position and size of the image you're blitting. So if we want to make an image that's smaller than the screen and make it the size of the screen, you make the destination width height to be, but where does this get placed? Like, it's easy enough. but it's not a global variable, or I hope it's not. It's already making me do a million of them. Is it telling me that I need to have it in the load surface function? It must be, right? It would go after the else statement here, right? Because we create the pointer for optimized surface, establish it as null. We run SDL pointer loaded surface. It's equal to the file that it's in. If this is null, print the error, else run this, which is this optimized surface pointer, is equal to this converted surface, then free the surface loaded surface, which is this guy, so we don't have a memory leak. So this is now the optimized surface. So I need to put it here, right? When it comes to like resizing it. Okay, well, we run the call SDL rect. I'm a rect for you, chat. If you have a collection of libraries but not have tools editor, then maybe you have a framework, something like Raylib. No, I think we're good. I like this framework. I like SDL. It's treated me well so far. It's simple. It's easy. I understand what's going on. Might just be because LazyVoo has an incredible tutorial on it, but I get it. And we're gonna stretch rectangle, create that. Now we have stretch rectangle dot x is equal to, was it 0? Was that what he was saying? So this is like moving the image, I think, right? What's the difference between stretching the rectangle X and stretching the rectangle width? I guess we'll try it. Let's see if this works first, and then we'll fuck around with the settings to see exactly what this is doing here. Stretch rectangle dot Y is equal to 0. Stretch rectangle dot width is equal to what we established up here, which is screen width. And then stretch rectangle dot height is equal to screen height. And then what? SDL blitz scaled. So this is a function where we're calling the stretched surface, which is this guy. Wait. Global stretched surface? Wait, what's this? Wait, I made a global stretched surface? When did I make a pointer for stretched surface? Am I dumb? That makes sense. This makes sense. I don't know what we're nulling there. Global stretch surface? Chat, anyone want to help me? Where are we getting this from? I guess we'll try it. Maybe I forgot where I made it, but I don't know if I've ever made a global stretch surface. I have screen surface. Do I need to make one? I guess we could just go like SDL surface pointer global stretch surface equals null pointer. Is that what I'm doing? It didn't say to do it, but we'll keep that in mind. I do use Unreal Engine. Didn't know about that. Is click the banana like cookie clicker, but there's just one banana? No, the way, okay, chat, they always say keep games simple. So this is when we actually learn SDL, this is what we're gonna do. Using our C++ knowledge, we're gonna have an array of images on the screen. Ignore my non-straight lines. Basically, we're gonna have an array of images, right? Every image will be a blighted, that's an apple. Shut up, chat. It's hard to draw in paint. It's gonna be an apple, right? And everyone is gonna have like a copy of the apple, right? It's gonna be, ooh, but at random, there's gonna be a banana that appears. And this banana, you have to click on in order to like, get the point. And if you get the point, you get a point or something. Maybe you just win the game. And if you don't, you lose the game. Ooh, and that's click the banana. And you bet your ass we're gonna have a particle engine, and we're gonna have saving, and we're gonna have a main menu, and we're gonna have multiple cores running. I don't know. Number go up equals good feeling. A particle engine. No, you think I'm joking? Look, hold on. SDL, baby. Geometry rendering, color modulation, true type fonts, mouse events, Honestly, we're probably gonna make the game once we hit mouse events as a tutorial. But there's also particle engines. Look, we can make particles and shit. Look at this. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Oh wow, that's a very long tutorial. A super simplified example: in larger programs, there would be particles controlled by a particle emitter that's its own class, but for the sake of simplicity, we're having the dot function. Easy. Anyway, we can easily do that. Oh, easy, baby. Okay, hold on, let's get back here. Stop distracting me. All right, SDL blitz scaled global stretch surface. I still don't know what that means. SDL stretch scaled? Whoa. Blitz scaled, sorry. Blitz scaled, and then we're gonna be defining a SDL surface SRC. So that's global stretch, okay. Then we're nulling the constant. Oh, if there's any data we import for whatever reason, we insert it there. Then we have our pointer to our surface, and then we have our rectangle that we've just established. Okay, that makes sense. I just don't understand where we're getting global stretch surface from. We'll have to see if this doesn't work here. Global stretch surface, null. Globals. Can I just leave that blank? I guess that's not good, is it? And then our last one was the address of screen. Stretch rectangle. Okay, there we go. Okay, this should not work. I'm gonna call it now. We're gonna render this. No shot this works first time. Also, this needs to be now stretched. We'll say 400. Thank you for following, by the way, Cyrac. Your name reminds me of a Mortal Kombat character. Run. Doesn't work because global stretch surface was not declared, so I missed something here. Is it telling me to just make it? Global stretch surface. This is highlightable text. Control F, G, stretch. Yeah, it doesn't even give me the option. So I guess for the sake of me, we'll make it, I guess. SDL. Maybe it just assumes I know how to now point to things because we made so goddamn many of them. Equals null pointer. All right, see if this works. Doesn't work. Global stretch surface was not declared in this scope. Did the tutorial fuck up or am I an idiot? SDL2 has a new dedicated function to blit images of different sizes. Should this be optimized image? It must be, right? Optimized surface? I think it has to be. Okay, well, it worked. I mean, okay. Last patch really fucked up the banana meta. Devs can't balance the banana to apple ratio. Okay, so something went wrong here. It seems like we successfully... What happens if I press arrows? Okay, so that still works. The problem is it only loads that once, and then it goes back to the old behavior, which is interesting. So something is wrong when we're rendering. We're not successfully deleting the old image. If we just get rid of this, does it still run normal? Oops. Hold on. Copy, delete. Does this load? It does, but the image is bigger. Okay, that's fine because I manually made the window bigger than the image, right? So that makes sense. Now we're trying to stretch it out there. So we've optimized the surface. That is a faster video game than before. Video game, quote unquote, faster software. Isn't it better to use global variables when it's really needed? Does it not break principle of at least privilege? The way I learned it, Yara, is if you do have to declare a global variable, you preface it with the letter G, implying it's a global variable, right? However, I've heard it's just generally not good practice. I'm not doing this because this program is going to be the video game. I'm doing this because I'm learning SDL, right? And the tutorial recommended that just for now, throw it as a global variable and it's fine, right? The only difference between a global variable here and just passing the information is I just don't call it G. Everything else is the same though. It can't be that bad, I think. So now we got to figure out this. So something that is all correct so far, but now we need to stretch the window to meet that demand. And I'm having a little bit of an issue filling the bananas because when we insert that code, we get this. Same program. Now we've successfully pasted that banana in the back, specifically the right banana, probably because it's the last one. Up, down, left, right was that order. So it was the last one. So all the images are pasted there, but now they're not refreshing every time, which means I put this in the wrong area. Does this go in the main function? No. You just want to stretch it once, just be done with it. I thought that would go when we actually call the surface. Oh, it needs to go here. I know where it goes. I just realized it goes here. Right? It goes here because I think it goes here. I hope. Let's try it. Fuck. Optimize surface. Oh, it does go back there, motherfucker. Okay, hold on. So it does have to go in this function because we're using optimized surface. Oh, no, we're not. We're not using optimized surface. Hold on. This is only declining because of the optimized surface, but that doesn't actually go there. I put that there. Can I just null it? Okay, well, nulling doesn't work. So what am I calling there to make this work? I think this does go here though. Did I do this right? Something is wrong with this blitz scale. That's the only issue I'm having here. Because everything else about this works. So, do we just grab the current surface? Try that? Oh, chat. Oh, I'm a god. Okay, we're getting closer. Global variable is done because its high data flow makes unit testing harder, but some people love global variables. I mean, like the screen resolution, well, no, not even that would be a global variable because that you want to be optionable, you know? Would you make that an enumerator? No shot. You wouldn't have screen resolution as an enumerator that the player then picks the options from. That would be so bad. To be honest, it depends. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Operating system API dumb shit, and sometimes it does make sense, like global logging for debug. Okay, so we have everything correct. Now we need to remove the underlying image we're constantly pasting on. Something is wrong there. Current surfaces. Load surface. Load surface. Wait a second. G global current surfaces is equal to key press surfaces. Current surfaces. So he invented a global and then changed it. This is what gets stretched. That's why we have that screen. So this is successfully replaced, but now we're having issues where the old image is not deleting itself. So how do we delete it? Well, I thought freeing the surface would delete it. And then we only return the optimized image. So it is both optimized, but it's printing twice. Is it because this shouldn't be here? Oh! Oh my God! Chat, I am a programming genius. So now we can change this resolution to be, say, I don't know, 1400 by 800? Oh, big banana. Look at that optimized ass image. Oh, chat, I'm optimizing right now. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, we have a banana and now it's screen wide. Okay, easy tutorial. So what happened is I was keeping this function up that all it was doing was printing the original image, which was incorrect. So that shouldn't even be there. So Blit surface is literally printing the surface of whatever we're doing. It just doesn't care about optimizing at all. And then Blit scaled scales the image to the resolution, which is super important for stuff like, you know, interfaces, I would imagine be a big deal. You know, you don't want, like, how many of you know that video game that's like, you have like your base resolution, interface is a certain size, and then you blow it up to like your full resolution and the interface is literally the exact same amount of pixels? Like, that's not scaling it. So now we are. Okay, sweet. Wonderful. Okay, we have a new program. I now understand optimizing images. I'm gonna have to do that tutorial again on my own because that was a lot, but I think we understand it now. It was just a lot of new like words to know and like functions to memorize, but I get it. I understood what was happening. Now, extension libraries and loading other image formats. Okay, so now we don't just have bitmaps, we have PNGs. Oh, based. SDL extension libraries allow you to do things like load image files besides bitmaps. Chat, do we ever want that in our video game? Is there ever a reason we want not bitmap images? Like, aren't bitmaps like explicitly great for video games because they are of a predictable size and sufficient enough resolution? Why would we want PNGs? Because that just seems like a super waste unless it's like a really nice menu screen or something. I don't even know if that would work or that would be a good case for it. Bitmap isn't compressed and they can't store alpha. Oh, you can't have transparent images on a bitmap. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. What image would have that? Is it just PNG? I guess a lot of them do, but I guess PNG is the go-to then, because you're not going to use a fucking GIF. You're not going to use, you know, a JPEG. You're going to use a PNG, right? To render TTF fonts and play music. Oh, you can set up. I have music. I commission music. JPEG. You can set up SDL image to load PNG files. It can save you a lot of disk space. Okay, in this tutorial, you'll be covering how to install SDL image. Okay. SDL itself is an extension library since it adds game and media functionality that doesn't come standard to with your C++ compiler. As you're setting up your extension library, you'll realize it's nearly identical to installing SDL by itself. We'll be specifically installing SDL image, but you can install that extension library. You should be able to install any of them. After you set up an SDL image, we'll cover how to load. I gotta install more shit. An important note for Microsoft Windows developers. As part of your setup process, you're going to have to place DLL files someplace where your program can link with it during runtime. You can enter. Oh, chat, I gotta download libraries and shit? Oh, God. I thought SDL was all in one. The advantages of placing DLL in the system directory is okay. If you're getting procedure entry point could not be located in the dynamic link library errors. Yeah. Wait, I've already done this. The first thing you need to do is download SDL image headers and binaries. Since CodeBlock comes with the MingW compiler, by default odds are... Wait, didn't we do this? Chat, I did this, right? Oh, it's a separate library? Oh, chat. Oh, God, I gotta download more shit. Okay. Fine, fine. We'll download more. All right. What am I downloading? SDL image. Wait, what kind of extensions do I... What I can't... Hold on. SDL extensions libraries. What kind of libraries am I downloading here? SDL image. Okay, that's what we're gonna get. SDL mixer is a sample multi-channel audio mixer library. Oh, shit. TTF allows you to use true type fonts in your SDL applications. Comes with the example program show font. What's a true type font? Is that like Wingdings and shit? Developed by Apple. Oh shit, 1980s. Okay. SDLNet, a cross-platform networking library. I can make multiplayer games? Is it that easy? Can I just have SDL_net and I can just easily make like a chat client? Dude, based. I say easy, you know what I mean, right? It just does all the server application stuff. We still have to have a server and program that, but interesting. Easily. Well, relative. SDLRTF allows you to display rich text format. It comes with an example program show RTF. Okay. Other libraries. SDL2 through render geometry can be used as a backend with other GUI. Oh yeah, you can run SDL as like a less good GUI. So you can run your graphics card to do shit. Interesting. I didn't know SDL could do like networking shit. Okay. Well, we're not gonna do the audio mixer, but we will do the SDL image, which is I need to download 64-bit MingW not tar. That's this, right? I think. Devil 2.8.2. Is it this one? This one's the biggest. Wait, which one am I downloading? It's pointing to the 1.68 megabyte one, which is this one. I guess it would be this one then, right? But I kind of want to download this one that has the x86, which is like 64-bit, right? I feel like I should do that. Does your game can support one player yet? No, chat, don't be mean. All right, I get it. We're getting there. I guess we should do, because we learned our lesson because it pointed out the wrong one last time because it wants 32-bit. So we should do the 64-bit one, right? Okay, open file. 7-zip. Extract files to desktop. Okay. Extracted. So now we do what we did before, the whole process. So we have SDL image.dll. The origin of this software must not be misrepresented. You must not claim you wrote the original software. Altered source versions must be plainly marked as such. This notice may not be removed. Oh, cute. From any source distribution. Oh, the source distribution. Okay. Optional libraries. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just have this then. So take that, put it on the desktop. Take our classes lesson, throw it in the debug with SDL2. And then that's it? That's the whole thing? Oh, and then we gotta link the library and shit. Oh, God. Win32 is compiled with a different compiler, not yours, will not be compilable. Yours is MingW. How do you decide which compiler to use? I'm actually open in the market right now for a compiler because we have we have MingW GCC C++ compiler in code blocks, which does not support C++20, which is what I wanted. So that's a problem. So you're saying the thing we just downloaded won't work, huh? Fuck. So you're saying SDL image 2 is not what we want. Okay. Shit. Okay, delete that shit off my computer. So you're saying that we actually want this one. Oh, and it has both. Okay, sorry. It has both. Yeah, it has 64-bit and not. Okay, my bad. Extracted desktop. Okay. Close. Grab this. Grab this. Ah, x86. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, now we got it. Thank you. Why not go with Visual Studio since you're on Windows? Illusion Man! Listen, all right, you're asking tough questions. I don't think you realize you're being the bad cop here, all right? Listen, give me the good cop, all right? I have a lot to live up to, all right? I have a big name. I got big shoes to fill, all right? And I feel like you're bullying me, all right? No, it's because I get recommended that a lot. I should switch with how many people say I should. I support multiple Clang. I think if you want to support Android, you need to use Clang. I don't know. But I use G+. I thought I was getting C++ 20. I did not get that. All right, let's refresh ourselves. How do we update the libraries? 64-bit. Open up your SDL2 project and go to Object Properties. All right. Properties. Build. Is it build options now or build dependencies? Build options. Boom. Linker settings. No. Compiler options? The fuck is fexceptions? Ew. Linker search directories. That's what it was. So now, if you get an error where the compiler says it can't find SDL.h, it means you missed a step. So now we add to this. We add. Uh-oh. Wait, it's not finding them. Oh. Wait, what? Wait, I'm so confused. Where am I finding this? Am I going under the SDL2 image? Oh, I gotta go here? Oh, no. Oh, chat. No. Okay. Oh, that seems so inefficient. Oh, chat. Who followed? Joe 400. I almost wanted to call you Joe Doe because that would be just a great name. But thank you for following. I appreciate it. I was just asking, maybe you're staying away from it because it's resource hungry, buddy. My computer is a 4090, 13900K, 128 gigs of RAM. Fucking, it ain't a problem, all right? I was faffing with SDL and Vulkan DLLs, and it is awful on Windows. Oh, really? SDL is awful on Windows? I like SDL. It's not that bad. I haven't had any issues with it so far, but I could just be a dumbass. Setting up SDL2 image, though? Library include SDL. Did I do that wrong? Add. Okay, desktop. SDL2 images. I86. Bin. Is it bin or include? I think it's include. SDL2, right? So grab, select folder. No. Okay. Interesting. I wonder why that's so, such a long title. I fucked something up, didn't I? Dev library include. Boom. SDL image 2. Include. Okay, I did it. It's just really weird, you know? Windows just makes it unreasonably complicated for no reason. I mean, isn't the whole point of SDL to like make the Windows process easier? My code base is compatible with all three major compilers, meaning you can compile with those three. Okay, should be found. Now next we're gonna tell code blocks to search for library files, linker tab. And now we're looking for library files. So we go back to desktop, image, I86, library. Is that all I do? CMake. That's it. No. Yes. Still looks ugly, but whatever. As with before, if you put the library files for the extension library in the same library as SDL2, you can skip the steps and compilers. We're looking for the directory. Oh, I wish I knew that. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Never mind. Fuck. Why did I do that? Whatever. We're gonna do this all again when we make our own project anyway. In order to compile CDL2 code, we have to tell the compiler to link against the libraries. Go under linker, add this copy. Linker. Paste. Okay. Is there anything else I need to do? Like with plain SDL, the operating system needs to be able to find all the DLL files for the extension library while running. Go find the SDL2 folder you extracted, copy all the DLL files, all of them, there's more than one, or inside of the games directory. Okay, that's fine. Go to download. Okay. No, the source session. Now build. Oh no, I do need that. Shit. Okay. Oh, chat, there's so much downloading. Okay, extract files. Desktop. This is just like a test file. All right, fine. Close. Okay. All right, minimize. Okay, this is saved now. Okay, that's fine. We still renders. Okay, we still have click the banana or render the banana, I guess. Oops. Yes. Okay, so that's saved. Now we have the extensions. Load this. Now, apparently, if we installed it correctly, this will run. Okay. SDL header, no such file. Oh, chat, I am not relinking everything. Chat, why don't I chat? All right, tell me, let me know right now. Is there a way to just permanently link all that shit? There must be a way. Chat, how do I make it so I don't do this on a project by project basis and I just have everything all enabled all the time? There must be a way. That's it. We're doing Visual Studio. All right, fuck code blocks. I've decided. All right, give me Visual Studio. We'll learn this shit live. All right. I am tired of doing that again and again and again and again. I can't take it. All right, what is this Visual Studio shenanigans? Visual Studio C++. Cross-platform mobile, IDE, and compiler for Windows. Develop C and C++ applications, including MCVC, Clang, CMake, MS build. Okay. Download with C++. It costs money. Chat, which one am I downloading? You know, the good part about code blocks, say what you want about it. That shit was simple. Download, done. Versus community is what you want. All right. Community, getting started. Don't care. .NET, web. Oh my God, this machine learning. Chat, if there's anything I don't like about learning programming, it's all the machine learning people. Dude, it's a fad, all right? It will fade, believe it or not. Build, develop, deploy, debug. Okay, well, let's set it up. Linking and including headers is not exclusive to code blocks. Well, it's gonna be not a thing anymore when we do Visual Studio. It was time, all right? It was time to upgrade, all right? I want to do C++ 20 programming and not be limited by code blocks, all right? Are there two sources of music playing? You guys hear that? Where's that coming from? Is it from my desktop background? Chat, why did my desktop background have audio? The fuck? I need... What do I need? What do I need for a background? I need Goth girl. There we go, baby. Okay, so how's life going, chat? How's it going? We'll let Miss Goth Girl over here while we're waiting for this. Currently learning game development with C. With C, that's based. All right. Actually, I don't know how difficult that is. Ow, that was loud. Cool. I'm using C++. I have no input on C besides fuck how you guys do arrays. Vectors for life, baby. Yeah, watch the entirety of Cars on Wallpaper Engine for the memes. You can do that. That's the music that comes with the Versus software. Installing like those old pirated games. Dude, you remember when you were installing Diablo 2 and you had that fucking music playing? To be fair, it was a different time, okay? Wow, that music is just mind-numbingly unable to be controlled. Do you remember when Diablo 2 had its music? Or Diablo 1, it may have had the install music. But like, Zoo Tycoon had it, SimCity 4 had it. There was music in the install screens because installing took fucking forever back in the day. I remember when Zoo Tycoon, I was pissing my pants so excited to play Zoo Tycoon. Because I didn't know this. Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon, Ski Resort Tycoon, these games are all made by different companies. I didn't know that. My dumbass thought Zoo Tycoon was made in assembly and everybody just forgot about it. Turns out it didn't. Whopper System 1. Whoppers are mid-tier, unfortunately. Chat, while we're waiting for this to install, let's do a candy tier list. There must be one of those out there, right? Candy tier list. Okay, hold on. Oh, sweet. Okay. Warheads, fucking D tier. This shit used to be so much better. Dude, Warheads when I was in 2nd grade, that made you look like the character. That shit was impossible to eat. Why is it post-increment instead of pre-increment? Guys, I mean C++. What? A little above my level there. What did you mean by that? C is not that bad as long as you use the preprocessor. You can abuse preprocessors for template data. Oh, because you want to simulate classes, but you don't want to be the guy who moves on to C++. At least put this thing on full screen, you madman. What, this? This? No, it can be, it's fine. We'll just do like this. There you go. All right, so we have Warheads, okay? Warheads D tier. Reese's Pieces, motherfucking high A tier. Love this shit. Not my favorite, but I will never turn down a Reese's Pieces, all right? Plus, it has a great meme, okay? Bubble Tape, D tier. What the fuck? Just eat bubblegum. 100 grand, underrated. I rate that like B tier. I like 100 grands, okay? Good, filling. It goes in the same, like I feel the same way about 100 grand as I do like a Three Musketeer. Different kind of thing, very thick caramel, but hits the spot sometimes, especially at baseball games, hilariously. I was serious about that question. I am seriously unable to answer that for you, but we do have a lot of programmers here. Where's the spicy candy? In fucking Mexico, where it should stay. Thank you. Original Bazooka Bubblegum. So bad, I've never even heard of it. Gobstoppers, C tier. Among all the Willy Wonka sour candies, this is definitely one of the worst ones. It's okay, but there's 100 other candies you'd rather have at Halloween, you know? Sour Patch Candies. This is everything, right? This is all the Sour Patches. I like Sour Patches, you know? It's gotten down. I used to love it a lot more. Sour candy in general has gone down for me because I think there's something about American food where they're just less sour than they used to be. But it's not so high because of the sourness. It's high because of the texture. Sour Patch Kids and Sour Patch anything have, I love that like sugar outside texture. Oh, that feels so good. Love it. Hot tamales. Ooh. I would rather have hot tamales over a Sour Patch Kid. I like hot tamales a lot. They're spicy, but they're like white spicy. You know, they're like white guy spicy, where it's like, where it's like that kind, but it's not like terrible. I like it. Tootsie Pops. They still make these? I like it more than Gobstoppers, but you know, why? Chat, when was the last time you've ever seen somebody eat a sucker unironically? The answer is fucking never? In like 20 years maybe? Or I can't remember the last time I ate a sucker. Sweet tarts, high B tier. I like sweet tarts. Again, sour candies, I used to, if it was like 15 years ago, I would have rated it up here. Nice, Freeze, thank you for following. We'll check out Visual Basic in a second, but sweet tarts, I would rate sweet tarts pretty high B tier. I used to rate them higher, like all sour candies, but over the years, there's better things. But again, I like the texture of these a lot too, especially when you chew them open. Tootsie Pops belonged in the 1950s. Still better than a Warhead. Orange slices? I would rather have an orange slice over a Warhead. Yeah. Orange slices are high D tier. Terrible candy, but edible. Fun Dip. Oh, dude. You know what? I'm gonna rate this high C tier. If they sold just the sticks, because you had like the stick and then you lick it, you lick it, and then you dip it into the sugar and then you lick off the sugar, right? That's the gimmick. If they just sold the Fun Dip dips, just the sugar sticks, oh, I would buy that shit all day. Oh, that's so good. But the fact that you have the powder sugar, it was always mid to me, and it always like colored your mouth. And I hated that. I hate candy that colors your fucking mouth. I don't like it. But yeah, Fun Dips would rate higher if I could just buy the sticks. Jawbreakers. Wow, I never liked Jawbreakers. The only Jawbreakers I liked are the really tiny ones. The ones that were like chewables. The really, really tiny Jawbreakers I liked. But if you're talking like the giant one that you like licked and then you set on your like dresser to like eat later, and then you licked it and then you set it back on your dresser, that is the single most disgusting thing I've ever seen in your life, and I did judge you as a friend, okay? You did not come over to my birthday if you did that. That's disgusting. Andy's Mints, I would rate it high B tier. Some people would say it's actually a mint, not a candy. Fuck you, it's a candy. I love Andy's Mints. I love mint flavor in general, though. Great candy, highly recommend. And it makes your breath smell good. I don't like candy that can potentially kill you. Yeah, if you're a moron, maybe. That's C+++++. Lifesavers. Ooh. What kind of lifesavers? Chat, there's a very specific kind of lifesavers that's S tier. Lifesavers, mint. Where is it? This. Dude. This shit? Lifesavers mints? This green one specifically. Fucking high S tier. I love mint lifesavers. They are so good. I can't eat a lot of them because then I get the runs, but we don't talk about that, okay? That's fine. Don't worry about it. All mints do that. However, we're not judging lifesavers by the mint flavor. You also have the shitty ass gummies. I'm gonna rate it low B tier. The only reason it's even that high is because of the mint ones, which are goddamn S tier. Jewel Pops. Wow, I did not like these. I had them once in my life, thought it was disgusting, never ate them again. They're a sucker. They're a glorified sucker. And you put it on your ring, and you put it on your finger like a moron, except the plastic is so thin, it never fit around my finger. So stupid, chat. So stupid. Three Musketeers. Lower than Andy's Mints, but not any higher. I like Three Musketeers. I think it's a good, like, vending machine food, right? If I had to eat a Three Musketeers out of a vending machine, I would like it. It'd be alright. I would choose it. Pretty good. There are better candy bars, but you know, I think I like that like coconut like nugget in the middle. It tastes pretty good. Twizzlers, F tier. I hate licorice with a passion. This is the hard candy that not Warheads. Fuck, Jolly Ranchers. I like Jolly Ranchers, but they have the colored tongue tax, which means I'm going to rate them lower. I'm going to rate them above Lifesavers. I like Jolly Ranchers when I don't think about how it stains my mouth, but if it's like a red one or a pink one, I dine on that. But a blue one, fuck the rest of your social life for the day, because everyone's going to make fun of you. Someone didn't get married in elementary school with a sucker popper? Nah, Nah. Candy fish. I'm gonna rate it below an orange slice because what kid wants to eat a fish? Ring pops are the worst thing rated so far. Absolute garbage. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know, man. Bubble tape, Fonzie? You dying on bubble tape before a jewel pop? I don't know. Tootsie Rolls. Oh, I like Tootsie Rolls. Chat, I like Tootsie Rolls. And I'm not talking about the fucking expired ones that people never throw away, okay? I'm not talking about the goddamn, like, year-old ones that are like rocks. I'm talking like fresh, not expired, out of the bag Tootsie Roll. The ones that are like soft and delicious. Ah, love me a good Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Rolls are disgusting. Mexican candies are disgusting. Imagine having 30 different kinds of candy that are all some element of like Jello sugar. Like, what the fuck? At least we have Tootsie Rolls. Also, Swedish fish. Ew. I show up and immediately Gary's goes into psycho take mode. What? Swedish fish are D tier. All right, don't cope. This is a yum, right? The fact that I don't remember the full name of it means I don't care, but I do love I like some dark chocolate with sugar, not like milk chocolate, but you know what I mean. I don't like pure dark chocolate. It's gross. I don't like bitterness, but dark chocolate with coconut. I love coconut. And I think if I ate it more, I would like it more, but as it is, high C tier, I would eat it. I would try it. I would get it from the vending machine. It's just, you know, I'd rather have it before a fun dip. Okay, what's next? Candy necklaces? Oh, dude. The problem is this suffers from the same problem that Jawbreakers had, which is it's really gross. But I'll be damned if I did not eat the shit out of candy necklaces growing up. How many of you remember eating a candy necklace, biting a piece down the middle, and then like half of it flying off into the distance in a slingshot because you didn't like manage the necklace correctly? So you'd bite it and you would hit a girl in the back of the head that you really liked, and it was embarrassing. Growing up, I would never eat it now, so below yums, so mid C tier. I would rather have it. No, I would rather have Fun Dips before it because I would just eat the stick and throw away the sugar. Skill issue? Oh, geez. Razzles? Razzles. I've never even heard of it. What is that, a gummy? Okay, it gets the gummy tax. It has dark colors, which tells me it's going to stain your mouth, so it gets the color mouth tax. I would eat Swedish fish before I ate a Razzle. I would. I remember with the candy necklaces being so flimsy, where you would take a bite and the candy would just disintegrate. What? It wasn't that bad, was it? I remember the texture. Why have I come back to a candy tier list? Because I got frustrated with code blocks and it's goddamn setting up the linkers and shit. I need a break before we move on to Visual Basic, okay? And we're judging things now. Crunch Bar. Chat, there is only one tier that a Crunch Bar goes into, and it's S tier. Crunch might very well be the perfect candy. I love Crunch Bars. It's not even just the bar. Like the Crunch bits you can get at like a movie theater, the Crunch minis, the Crunch full bar, the Crunch flat bar, it's all S tier. Perfect. Oh, it's so good, chat. The texture is perfect. It's not melty, so it doesn't stain your hands. It's crunchy. It's tempered chocolate. It's like, it has like nuggets in it. Oh, it's so good. The texture is great. Oh, I love Crunch Bars. Now I want to eat a Crunch Bar. Oh, S tier. King's Candy Cigarettes. Kit Kat Bars. Ooh, the heavy hitters. Okay, obviously, Kit Kat is going somewhere in S tier, but doesn't go above Crunch. Hasn't earned that. Oh, the problem with Kit Kat, chat, is the best Kit Kat is the original Kit Kat bar. Everything else is coping, which knocks it down below Crunch, where any kind of Crunch is just such a wonderful treat. You can't stop eating it. It's so good. Kit Kats, though, they have some weird alternatives. Like Japan has this like tea flavored Kit Kat, and then like I'm sure there's like a spicy Kit Kat. They do the weird shit. They do the meme shit, and I don't like it. I like my Crunch Bars. Nice, basic, predictable, easy, always delicious. So Kit Kat goes S tier, but not higher than Crunch. Kit Kat matcha is wonderful. I'm sure it is. Not what I want in a candy bar. When I want candy, I want chocolate, I want nugget, I want maybe coconut, I want texture. Matcha? I would drink that shit if I wanted it. Smarties. It's obviously the best sour candy. Smarties are obviously, inarguably, the best sour candy. But I would rather have Reese's Pieces before a Smartie. But obviously I'm gonna have a Smartie before like a Tootsie Roll. But yeah, I think I would have that. I think that's where Smarties go. High A tier, mid A tier. Yeah, it's more for adults. Excuse me, I am an adult, all right? All right, butthole, asshole, all right? I do have a mature taste. York peppermint patties. I like Andes mints more as a candy than peppermint patties. But I would still have a peppermint patty before a lot of these candies. I think mid B tier is where that goes. It's okay. I would eat it. Have you had a Smartie since becoming an adult? I mean, I don't eat much candy, but I mean, I like Smarties. It's really good. I like Smarties, and I'm looking for it on the list. Is it on here? Chat, why is there no candy wafers on the list? Because that shit's S tier. I love candy wafers. Those, like, the ones that you buy in, like, the logs that come in, like, 100 pieces or something. Oh, chat, I could have plain-ass candy wafers all day, every day, all right? I love sour candies. It's just, they've gotten shittier as I've gotten older. Dots, ew, same tier as, like, Swedish Fish. I would rather have Dots before Swedish Fish. I would rather have orange slices than either of them too, but. Did you eat chalk as a child? I don't know, do the Fun Dip sticks count as chalk? And if so, yes. Oh, what are these called? Fucking, not poppers, those are jalapeno shit. What are these called? Tweets? Tweets? Are they called tweets? I like tweets. They are carried only by their texture. If they are even one day, like, not fresh, they are disgusting. But if you can get this shit, Peeps, thank you. If you can get that shit as soon as it gets into the store when it's at its most expensive, and you can just open it up right there and eat them, actually pretty good texture. But they are so volatile. I would, oh geez. I would rather have a Fun Dip stick and throw away the sugar that comes with it than a Peep. And that's about the highest it'll go. Cookie dough bites. Holy shit, underrated, S tier. Chat, if you have never in your life had a cookie dough bite, do you guys like how my viewership went from 25 viewers to 16 viewers in the time we've done our candy tier list? Listen, we're gonna make our video game, but we got priorities right now, okay? So cookie dough bites, okay? I love cookie dough bites, okay? It's probably my favorite theater snack behind maybe Bunch of Crunch. Very good. Even better if you refrigerate them. If you refrigerate the cookie dough bites and you bite into it into this cold, nice, smooth experience. Fun Dip, the single worst thing you can give to something like a 5-year-old? Well, I didn't like the sugar as a kid because it has the colored mouth tax, which is I hate candy that colors your mouth. I just threw away the sugar, or I gave it to my brother or something. I just wanted the stick. That's what I liked. And if it was just the stick, I'd probably rate it higher. Cookie dough bites, highly recommend if you've never tried them. Very, very good and cheap. Starbursts. I'm mid on Starburst. I'm so mid on it. The problem is you think you like Starbursts until you eat like 3 of them, and then you never want another Starburst again for the rest of your life. Like, it's so, that first one is so good, and then the second one is like okay, and then the third one's like, oh, this is getting kind of heavy, and then the fourth one is disgusting. Okay, it's just, it doesn't have longevity. would put it above Lifesavers, and that's where I would put it. It's just not my kind of candy. It's so heavy, chat. Fun Dip, the single, but I feel the same way about taffy in general. I'm just not a taffy kind of guy. If you rate things based on the location you eat it, then society has tricked you. If you rate things based on the location you eat it, then society has tricked you. What, like the movie theater? I don't know. I can buy it at the store. It just feels weird eating candy not at the movie theater, you know? I would feel fat. You were programming, I come back and now you're making a candy tier list. We were waiting for Visual Basic to install and now we're doing this, okay? I got frustrated with linkers, okay? I can't be the only one who got so frustrated with, I just need to take a step away, okay? This is just a mental step away from the frustration of linking a library to a C++ program. I need a mental break, okay? Visual Basic, thank you. I think you meant Visual Studio. Wait, what's Visual Basic? Is that a thing? Where did I get that from? To be fair, when he made video editing streams, they usually turn into anime OP stream. That is false. Fake news. Stop the count. All right, Reese's. Hold on. Careful. This is the original peanut butter cup. Chat, I used to think Reese's peanut butter cups were one of the most amazing candies if you refrigerated them. But I have been enlightened. It is not the original peanut butter cup that is great. It is the Reese's Thins. I don't know if any of you have seen this. It's relatively new. It came out maybe 5-6 years ago. Reese's Thins are goddamn S tier. It's all the wonders of a Reese's peanut butter cup, but they're not melty anymore. They don't like stick to the bottom. They're not shoved to the brim with peanut butter. It's a really thin, it's more chocolate than peanut butter, and it snaps, and it's really, really good. The original peanut butter cup, unfortunately, goes down because of that. I would rather have it before Sour Patch Kids. And no, I'd rather have Hot Tamales before, no, I would rather have Reese's. I'd still rather have Smarties or Reese's Pieces first, but Reese's goes in A tier. It would have gone in S tier if you asked me before Reese's Thins came out. That shit is S tier. I think it's funny he made that statement. Visual Basic is one of the most hated languages on this planet. Oh, I meant Visual Studio. To be fair, I'm learning C++, and the only thing people have said to me so far is like, what game engine are you gonna move on to when you get frustrated with C++? So I was like, okay, thanks guys. Fruit Gushers. Wow, I feel the same way about this as I do about like any other gummy candy. It's kind of gross. I still would rather have it before Swedish Fish though. That is disgusting. Lemon Heads. Sour candy. It does have the sour effect. I don't mind them. I would rather have them over like a sucker, but I'd rather have a Peep. So, you know, meh. Hey Gary, Dragonkin, hello. Yeah, why is Visual Basic hated? That's a good question, Yara. I'm glad there are other people here who are as new to programming as I am. All right, because listen, when we did Stretch the Banana, I was proud of that, all right? The issue with C++ is that it was designed by committee, and you'll see what I mean if you look up some of the modern stuff in it that's just awkward. I've seen it. I want to use the modern stuff, Joe. That's why we're doing Visual Studio instead of code blocks now. That's why we're taking a step away, because we're gonna move into Visual Studio here in a minute when we're done with this S tier list, by the way. The reason why I'm changing is because I want to do C++ 20, right? Or 23, or even 26, or whatever's enabled there. I want the new features. I am at my prime right now to learn modern C++, which as far as I can tell from my research is basically just Rust. Because like, I was looking at Rust syntax, and then I was looking at modern C++ syntax, and it's not that different. It's actually kind of similar-y, so I kind of want to learn it. Mostly because it failed to evolve well, and it feels like it was too constrained. C++ feels too constrained? Oh, no, Basic. I'm sorry, you were talking about Basic. This tier list is sorting candy from gummy to chalky. Yeah, as you see Smarties on the very... Oh, you're saying from bottom to top. Yeah, gummies are disgusting. Ew. Why would you want gummy candy? Ugh. What? C++ 23 is awesome. I like playing with it, but the fact that, for example, STD unique pointer make is not context PR. Joke's on you! I don't know what the fuck you just said, but I want to learn it. Why don't we make our cookie rating game an SDL? You're telling me to move on? All right, I got you. Airheads, high C tier. They're okay, but I'm not a fan of taffy candy. It's okay. Wow, those shitty ass suckers. No, yum yums? Is that what those are called? These shitty ass suckers? I'd rather have them before a Tootsie Pop because they're one bite and you're done. Airheads are okay. Yeah, high C tier. They're okay. Doesn't always run at compile time, so you have to use raw pointers, which defeats the purpose of RAI. What is RAI? I've seen a lot of talk about that, RAII. What is that? I mean, I guess we can Google it, but you know, it's a conversation. Hershey's Kisses. You know what's weird about Hershey's Kisses? Even looking at this picture, I can smell them. Isn't that weird? Isn't that... That is weird, right? I don't know. I could smell them. It smells like chocolate. I would rather have them before... Ooh, actually, I would rate them pretty high, wouldn't I? I would rather have a Three Musketeers or Andy's Mints, but yeah, they would be mid-B tier. I like them. Dum Dum. Ah, hey, I'm not a Dum Dum. You know what? Here, this candy tier is so based. You lose the Dum Dum redeem. You've lost the right. You've lost the privilege. Resource acquisition is initialization. Basically, when something goes out of scope, it's deleted. Oh, so you don't have to keep nulling all your goddamn pointers? Does that make it hard to like pass pointers from your like pointer data from function to function? I wonder how that would work. The cheap suckers are called Dum Dums. Oh, are they really? Your new Dum Dum, you give me Gum Gum? Dragon Kid, I hope you're doing well. Sour Patch. What is that? Kids? Oh, I thought those were Sour Patch. Fuck the original Sour Patch. Ew. Actually, I still would rate it pretty high. I'd rather have Hershey's Kisses. Sour Patch Kids go up here. Okay, yeah, I would rate Sour Patch Kids pretty high because that has better texture. And it's not as gummy, even though it is kind of gummy. Gary has no experience with manual memory management. It's okay. I'm not feeling overwhelmed yet with C++. Like, at this point, chat, I thought I would feel overwhelmed with C++. But, like, when I have, like, this going on, like, this all makes sense to me. Hold on, let me expand it so you understand what all of our work. Like, when I look at this all makes sense to me now. I understand what's going on, right? Maybe we lack some practical knowledge with it, and this is just a framework, but I do get it, right? I know how we're loading images. I know why we have certain cases here. I know how to change keys from arrow keys to like letters and shit. I know how to like set up better if statements now that aren't ugly. Like, I don't know, I get it. And I'm surprised I'm not overwhelmed yet. So with C++, I've never felt like overwhelmed or like, I don't know what I'm doing. The only thing I am confused about is like, not pointers. I understand the concept. It's just when to use pointer with a star, pointer with an end sign, pointer as an arrow, and which side of the word does the star and the end sign go on and what points to what. That's my confusion, but that'll come with time, you know? Hopefully with C++ 20, it's not gonna be an issue. Language tier list, but I rate them based on your uneducated preconceived notions. Okay. Hold on, let's rapid fire this. Snickers, high A tier. Twix, high A tier. Nerds, mid. Milk Duds, mid. I'd rather have them over like a lot of these. Atomic Fireballs, sounds like something I would never eat. Milky Ways, mid. Never even heard of these suckers. Lifesavers Gummies, ew. Pez, the candy? I like Pez, actually. I don't like the candy dispensers it comes with. It's a gimmick, but if I could just buy just the candy, I'd rate it pretty high. Pop Rocks, not even a candy. The fuck are these? Thumbtacks? Mike and Ike's? I'd rather have them before a lot of these. Low B tier. M&M's, S tier. Jelly beans. I'd rather have them before Swedish fish and a lot of these. I'm king of D tier as a jelly bean. Nice to know someone is trying to learn C++. We'll come back. Chat, I know that. Listen, Leptin Fermian, I know you're new here. I know you're telling me to get back to programming. Okay, Whoppers. Below a Tootsie Roll. Whatever the fuck these are. Skittles. Ooh, I like Skittles a lot, but less than Smarties. I'd rather have them before Hot Tamales. We'll put Skittles below Reese's. Heath Bar. Heath his way to D tier. Wait. Below Lemon Pops. Laffy Taffy. I don't like gummies. Skittles. Mid. Gummy Bears. Zirian, hello. Hi, welcome. We want to click that banana. I'm coming back to it. Hold on, we're rapid firing these. Gummy Bears. C tier. Ew. Wouldn't you rather just have Sour Patch Kids? Baby Ruths. Mid B tier. I would rather have it before like Yorkshire patties and Sour Patch gummies. Corn. Almond Joys. Mid. I don't like Almond Joys, to be honest. Below Yums or whatever those are. Don't know what those are. What is that? Sugar sticks? The candy that you literally just had, like, you open it, it was just powder sugar? That's disgusting. Low C tier. Hershey's Bar. Mid B tier. There we go. That's my candy tier list. We're done. All right? That's it. Obviously, if you go to the store, get Crunch Bars, Kit Kats, Cookie Dough Bites, or M&Ms. They're all S tier. Perfect. All right. Now, this is the better one. Before we get back to clicking that banana video game. But anyways, I have to deal with C++ at work, so if there's something odd you have a question about, I might be able to help. I don't know everything about C++, especially things like forward and stuff like that. Well, sounds like you know a lot more than me. The goal with me is that I want to make a video game, but I am also old and wiser than I used to be, and I know I'm old. I'm older and wiser than I used to be, and I'm not naive, right? I know my limitations as someone new to something, okay? So when I say make a video game, I'm saying we're gonna make Click the Banana after we rate programming languages based on my preconceived notions of what they are and my limited knowledge of them. You guys ready for this great, excellent tier list we are about to make? Really? Can I not make this any cleaner? Okay, well. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Perfect. Perfect tier list. Good job, Gary. Okay. So this is the programming language tier list. Okay, you guys ready for this? I don't know what half of these are, so if I offend you, deal with it. ASM. Is this assembly? Now, assembly goes in S tier because the only things I hear about it is Roller Coaster Tycoon and C++ gets converted into assembly every time you render it, and I only know C++. So by virtue, it goes in S tier because apparently it's the best language that everybody loves. All right, this looks like this looks like an Apple product, where this is like the credit card charger they have you at home. So you swipe your credit card when you buy their dumbass software. F tier, because I don't want that in my home, all right? C, basic C. Wow, I'm gonna rate that F tier because fuck your arrays. Listen, all right? C++ has something called a vector with a variable length. Why would you ever not use that shit, okay? Don't tell me you wanna save your 2 bytes of memory because you don't want to make something a vector and you want to make something 100 length array. Fuck your arrays, okay? You're a nightmare to deal with, okay? F tier. C++, S tier, because it's the only language I know and can give a nuanced opinion on. The only thing that I don't like about C++ so far is that I wish it was more clear what your compiler is capable of rendering as features without going to C++ reference. I wish that was more clear because I want to use a lot of C++ 20 and 23 like libraries and shit, standard libraries, and it's kind of hard to tell what compiler is capable of what from like a newbie perspective. Like that's the perspective I'm looking at here. Okay, C#. D tier, because I play piano and we all know C or sharps are a step above C. You guys get it? This is A tier because it looks like a race car logo, which means it's fast, which means it's a fast language. A. This is function, which I'm guessing is the root of where functions came from because it's FTN and it looks professional. So I'm gonna say below the race car logo, but I'm guessing this is like super important in like programming history because it's where functions come from. This little guy, I don't even know what the fuck to call you. You look like a Pokemon. Like a really shit, but like not like an official Pokemon, but like a Pokemon that like my 5-year-old nephew would draw and be like really proud of. And I'd be like, okay, little Timmy, that's your Baramon. Okay, you go below the race car logo. No. Yes, you go below the race car logo. I like you, you're cute. And we all know having a cartoon character as a logo for your programming language for adults is a great way to show quality. All right, what is this? This looks like fucking algebra. Dude, I don't even know what the fuck this is, but I can tell you right now, this programming language probably has the worst syntax in any programming language ever because they're so upfront about it in the logo. It's like, yeah, if you know what this stands for, you're a dick, okay? Because you memorized a language that is so fucking difficult to like use, and it's so brazen about it. B tier. All right, HTML5, the website language? I'm gonna rate it pretty high because I used to play Flash games on Congregate, and it wasn't until HTML5 came along that killed every Flash game. So that was a thing that happened, and that gets a high tier in my book because it got rid of some games I didn't want to play anymore. Java. Oh, dude, this is going on like S tier. I loved Java games. Dude, I remember playing this snowball throwing game, and every time the snowball throwing game, when I was like a kid, I remember like playing a snowball throwing game, and every time it started, we had this little Java logo. Because it's like, oh, sit back and relax, drink your coffee, because you're gonna have a good time. JS. What, is this called Jerking Sam, where you have to like jerk off your favorite engineer in order to get him to use this or something? C tier, because it matches the color. I don't know what else to say about it. It's probably a language everybody loves because it just has JS on it, which means it's like, yeah, you know what we are. You like us. Okay, what's next? I'm not looking at chat on purpose, by the way, because I don't want to ruin myself here. This, I don't even know what to think. It's so bold. It's so innovative. And yet it probably represents the letter K for knob, because only knobs use this programming language. F tier. What is this? The latex project. Yo, fucking lewd. B tier. It's B tier because, hey, if you're into BDSM, use that shit. This is a joke. This is a meme. This isn't a real language. There's no shot. There is a professional out there who unironically uses this character as a logo. That would be embarrassing. That would be so embarrassing that nobody would use your language. A tier. Lua? The fuck is Lua? Okay, let's try to interpret from the symbol, because these symbols probably do mean something about, right? So Lua has like an orbiting moon around a planet where a piece of it is out. So it seems very modular. It seems very like you use this in assistant with a lot of other things. It's probably a good language because of that. So I'll put it above function. Next, MATLAB, like the YouTuber? Is that a guy, MATLabs? I'm gonna rate it D tier because there's a lot of YouTubers out there that have a name like MATLAB and they're programming YouTubers and they use their extensive knowledge of programming to like modify a CPU that's like 30 years old to like do as a fancy light switch. And I'm like, use your skill. With great power comes great responsibility. Make better content. MySQL. Now, the only thing I know about SQL is that the thing where it's like, Is that, hold on, I'm thinking about it from C++. SQL is like an algorithm, or it's like a database or something. Is it like a database language? Is that what that is? I remember something about SQL in C++. Database language, it goes B tier above BDSM because there's a little dolphin on it. I think that's cute. Perl with a camel on it. Dude, if there's any language on here that came from the 1960s, it's this. What the fuck is that logo? Why would you put like a JPEG of a camel? But it's not even like a cute camel like this dolphin or the guy with the ball sack feet. It's just a straight up camel. Dude, this goes with JS because this does not have an opinion. It's like, listen, either you get paid $500,000 a year by the government to like design missiles with this shit, or you're an extremely boring person. All right, that's where I think it goes. PHP. PHP, I know this. I've heard of this. Is this like a video game thing or is this like a document thing? I've heard of this, which means it's used a lot. I should put it pretty high, huh? I'll put it above functions because it sounds important. What is this? Is this like Outlook? Is this Microsoft Outlook? S tier. Dude, Microsoft Outlook. I need that shit for work every day. That's my email. I know this. This is Python. Okay, Python. Now, as a C++ programmer, if I do say so myself, whenever I stream, I get asked on a daily basis, why don't I just use Python? Because it's so much easier to learn than C++. F tier. You wanna know why? Wanna know why, chat? Motherfucking Lex Friedman. You people got Lex Friedman to do Python instead of C++. That dude was a lifelong C++ user, and you motherfuckers got Lex Friedman to switch to Python, you dicks. F tier. Jesus Christ. Are you serious with that JPEG logo? What the fuck? I'm gonna put you in D tier because that logo is terrible. Why would anyone want to learn your language when they can make your logo in like 30 seconds? Oh, Bejeweled. I love Bejeweled. S tier. Dude, Bejeweled is based, okay? God, I love Bejeweled growing up. That's like one of the greatest video games ever made. Oh, chat, we can make Bejeweled. Oh my God, that's so cute. Chat, Bejeweled wouldn't be that hard to program, would it? Right? I mean, it would be pretty hard actually, because you have to match 3, and then you have to move down the columns, and you have to generate random jewels. That would be a fun game to program. I think I want to make Bejeweled at some point. That's cool. Remember that, chat. If I ever ask you for like easy game ideas to develop, I want to make Bejeweled. This is Rust. I know this because of all the memes. Now, I'm gonna rate it high because if I don't, Rust people literally piss their panties, okay? If you rate Rust anything a tier lower than C++, they jump off a cliff. They don't know what to do with their lives if Rust does not replace C++. So we're gonna rate it high, we're gonna be fair, but we're gonna rate it below C++ because it's only fair. And to its credit, if I wasn't learning C++, I would be learning Rust, okay? I'm just saying. This looks like a diving bird. I like it more than the BDSM logo, but I like it less than the cute dolphin, B tier, in the cool logo tier. Visual Basic. Oh, dude. Unfortunately, this was spoiled for me. Apparently everybody hates it. So we're gonna lean on our knowledge. We're gonna be honest, D tier. Not as bad as Python, obviously. All right, chat, I am now looking at chat. How right am I here? First of all, what the fuck is this alien, okay? What is this? What is this nightmare, okay? Swift? Oh my God, you guys are popping off during that time. LaTeX is a math markup language that I used in college. LaTeX are for your thesis and that's it. Oh. SQL is a database. Lang? MySQL is a database. Lisp? Oh my God, it even has a stupid name. Chat, what am I the most wrong about? I'm trying to think. What am I like the worst thing about here? What is like offensive? People are gonna be offended by this, even though it's like the base take. You really rated C, F? Yeah, of course. Why would you use C when C++ is the sequel? Would you ever play, like, you can play Diablo 1 for like nostalgia's sake, where it's like, oh, this feels like home and it's so comfortable. But then it's like, guys, Diablo 2 exists. Like at a certain point, you gotta move on with your lives, you know? Like, is there anything C++ can't do that C can? The answer is fuck no, okay? C++, as I found out, is not C with classes. It is C but better. I said it. There's so many contradictions in your table. Like what? Obviously, Python goes last because you people ruin Lex Friedman with your goddamn, you gotta do it for machine learning. I think this is based. Love you. Ah, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, he's so cute. Come here, you little bitch. Look at this new viewer, and he's like, ha ha ha, love you, LOL. Ah, thank you. You're cute too. Actually, technically, there is one thing C can do that C++ can't. Restrict is a keyword in C that's not in C++. Joke's on you. I don't know what the fuck restrict is. I'm unrestricted, boys. That's right. We put auto into all of our integer. We put auto in everything in C++. Don't act. Don't even. Wait, hold on. Come here, you little bitches. Come here. Come here. Don't any of you act like you don't put auto integer into every goddamn function, okay? You do it, I do it, I'm gonna do it. It's life, okay? C++ can do that, not C, all right? Don't at me with that shit. You know it to be true. Look deep inside of yourself. Auto is coming to C? What nerd is updating C to have auto? Dude, talk about basement dwellers. But Python is better? But Python, maybe. Like, but. Illusion Man, thank you for following. Appreciated. See that, chat? I give some based takes that are true in our... Chat, what the fuck is this camel? What's Pearl? What is this used for? Is this like a... Was I right? Is this from like the 1960s based on that dumbass logo? Thank you for following, Illusion Man. PowerShell goes way lower. Okay, what the fuck is PowerShell? What is FT? Dude, I didn't know what like 90% of this is. Okay, I just rated it based on based takes, okay? C and F tier is not based at all. Why is everybody freaking out about C? Guys, C++ is clearly better than C. Again, C may feel like home, but C++ is the future, okay? It's future-proof, all right? You want to be a better programmer? Follow the fucking releases of C++ and you will be the best programmer you've ever seen. Okay? Gary, just use Rust. Why? Why do I need a machine to tell me to not fuck off with pointers when I can just be a better programmer? That's right. I'll shoot off my leg every goddamn day. Isn't Perl dead? I don't know. I don't even know what it does. The greater than symbol is useful. Yes. Kotlin in F tier is not based. What, this? What's Kotlin do? I just rated it low because it looks like a shitty ass programming language to use if it takes you a second to understand what the symbol even means. Like, I figured out it was a K after like critically thinking about it. To be fair, if we were rating programming languages based on logos, Python would be rated higher. But, you know, you had the Lex Friedman debacle. Python and Ruby being complete opposites in the tier is weird. Ruby is the Bejeweled language? But Bejeweled. Why? Is this like Python but for like basic bitches? C++ was the future like 30 years ago? If you follow new C++ features, you will go mad. But think, chat, you have to understand, I'm new, okay? So I'm like prime learning like area. Like the best time to learn a syntax is when you're actively learning to program because you're like discovering every process as you find it, right? So I feel like now is better time than ever to like be using C++ 23 or 20, right? To like use those new features, because like I might as well learn them now, because, you know, probably easier to learn them now than later. Like I know C++ 23 or 26, I guess, the newest features, you don't use for loops anymore. Like those just, they exist, but you don't use them in modern C++. You use like overloaded like loops or something. Overloaded calls or parameters. Overloaded parameters, that's what it was. BRB, Jasm. Trust me, the syntax is sinkhole is in C++ is insanely deep. Oh, really? Sounds exciting. God, C++ template metaprogramming in C++ 11. Chat, is a template just like... What is a template? Is a template like you are programming something in C, so then you make it into a template in C++, and now you can just call that whenever you want to in C++? Is that what a template is? For range loops are neat, but that was in C98, I think. So template is a little complex. Let me explain it. Oh. Well, I tell you what, chat, hold on. Before you start typing, Joe, okay, listen. Let's make an agreement here, okay? All right, listen. Let's make an agreement here, okay? We're gonna come back to this tomorrow, okay? We're actually gonna have Visual Studio all set up. We're gonna have it all. It's gonna be wonderful, okay? Chat, where do I see Visual Studio? Wait, hold on. Before we go, where is Visual Studio? Oh. That's OBS. Oh, there we go. Visual Studio 2022. Sign into Visual Studio. I have to sign in? The fuck? Visual C++, right? Choose your theme. Light. Chat, do I want light or blue with extra contrast? I know all of you are gonna say dark. But I feel like light's the best one. Nobody uses light. I would stand out like a good little goo boy. It's a method of abstracting a weight type from something that doesn't really depend on type as much. Let's go dark. Everybody's like, well, listen, let's just do dark, okay? How it does it by doing something called name manging, which is in the ABI, I think to be Itanium name mangling. Okay, you're just making shit up. That's like unobtainium, okay? Anyway, stop distracting me. That's the end of the stream. But here's the deal, okay? Tomorrow, we're gonna be right back, okay? We're gonna make the game tomorrow. And by make the game, what we're gonna do is we are going to finish this finish the SDL2 tutorial up to mouse pointing. And at that point, we need to click the banana, okay? We are fully capable. It's easy, it's fine. That's all we have to do, is just make the banana. Or click the banana, fuck. All right, everybody, have a good night, have a good evening. Remember, Discord is below the stream. There are some people who join the Hangout spot as like an after show and like the call. Sometimes I'll join, I can't tonight because I'm hungry and I wanna eat. But sometimes I make an appearance there, or at least I'll say hi or something. Anyway, have a good night, have a good evening. Joe, I am happy you're around. Keep that in mind as we start the stream tomorrow, and we'll probably continue the conversation, okay? Yara, thank you for being a great new viewer. And you know what, chat? Here, come here, you little bitches, you little smart asses. Look, right there. Guess what? You get the goodbye, like, and, mwah. See you later, bye. Where's my...